Busy morning here today, or afternoon now, I guess. Alright, so the very first exercise that I introduced will be excellent for her. I'll do it first to show you, okay, and then I'll switch it up with you. I'm just going to put a collar on her that she can't get out of. Hopefully this fits.
It's okay.
Will she let me put a collar on?
Try it. She's good.
She's never bitten anyone.
Just fish.
Hasn't had much time with kids. Like, no.
Khushi.
Just put that over her head, see if it fits, and check each ear in between.
Yeah, it's too small.
Or just check, because it looks like she actually has a.
Will it slide over her ears?
Yep.
It won't hold her.
Okay. I have another one.
She'll hold her. Khushi, sweetheart, it's okay. It's okay.
Well, that might make her worse if you're sitting next to her like that.
Okay. Okay.
See? This is why we're doing it, because your collar's coming over your head. Oh, good girl. That's a nice girl.
I can be a good girl. I can be a good girl.
Right. You know. You're pretty. There you are. What a good girl. What a goodie.
She tries her best. Tries to be a good girl.
She said sometimes. There we go. Alright, I'm going to put her on the leather leash.
Okay.
Because I prefer to work with those.
Yeah.
What a good girl. What a good girly girl. So I'm going to, she could use some more confidence, right?
Pardon?
She could use some more confidence.
Yes. They don't have a lot of confidence. She and her sister seem a little.
Like this, yeah, because they came from overseas, right?
They came from St. Croix, yeah.
So they tend to be, kind of feral sometimes. So I'm just gonna sit on the leash, it's gonna be very close up.
Okay.
I don't know if she'll go down, because she's clearly got a fear issue. So this is a behavioral exercise.
Okay.
This is for them to chill out and to be able to watch everything around them while they chill. Very important for a dog that's timid or fearful. So notice I'm not going to pay any attention to her, and when you got home you'll be doing something else.
Okay.
Drinking your coffee, watching TV, playing a game, being on the computer. I don't care what it is, but the only thing I want you to pay attention to is when and if she goes down. So sometimes dogs that are this fearful, oh, she's gonna be out, she's trying to get sometimes they don't go down for the first few days or even a week. And then I'll do this, I'll limit the time I do this to an hour. But otherwise, it usually takes, for most normal, non-fearful dogs, usually takes about 5 minutes for them to go down on average the first time. Then once they're down, you sit on her for 30 minutes. I'm not gonna make you do the whole 30 minutes today. And she can go up and down during those 30 minutes. And then at the end of it, I want her to still be down. So I'll wait. So in other words, I usually wait for them at the end if they're not down. She seems to be settling in somewhat. All right, so notice how tight this is?
Yeah.
That's how tight. She looks like she's getting more comfortable. So why don't you sit on the leash, because she'll probably be more comfortable with you.
Okay.
So put your bottom right on the leash. And if she comes on, you just brush her off. You can sit down too, Steve, if you like this.
I'm waiting for these ones.
know you can pay attention to her while she's on that. Yeah, she looks happier. Just keep it short, so the moment you swipe her off, just end it and put your, and stop right around.
We have had a dog who was basically feral from
Yeah.
Puerto Rico. So, she's not as bad as that dog
Yeah.
was when we got it. Because we got this one so young.
I'm not gonna kick it all the way, she keeps.
No, it's okay. There'll be distractions in our house too.
That's right. Something like that will be a waste of them. Don't talk to her. We want her to do this by herself. A lot of times we interrupt their ability to calm down or think. In the first week we don't. She was down technically, it was for a split second, but she was technically down. So this is when your time would start.
Okay.
Took about 3 minutes with you. Not bad. I bet she would have stood there the whole time with me. Because she was nervous.
We've had so little, she's had so little contact, outside of our little circle.
Yeah,
So little contact with adults, we
Yeah.
tried walking on the beach and stuff, but
yeah.
she doesn't like, she sees kids.
Well, I wouldn't force her near people. I'd let her, I'd wait till she looks comfortable.
Yeah.
Before I started trying to introduce her, so that might take a little while.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of feeling comfortable is just being able to walk past, you're safe, walk past, you're safe. You know, you don't wanna push your dog too much, that's, not feeling it. Cause then that can have the opposite effect.
About 17, 18 years ago, we got a dog who, she was a year old at that point, and she, from a rescue group, and when they kept saying, they named her Dixie, they said she was from down south, and I thought they meant down south.
Yeah.
It turned out she was from Puerto Rico, and she'd never lived in a house. I had no idea how to behave in a house at all. It was a little crazy, but we had other dogs, and she got along well with them. She learned pretty quickly.
But the only way we could, she always had to be on a leash outside, and we've never had to leash any of our dogs. Generally, we always lived in the country, and they could run around and were obeyed pretty well. This dog, if she got off the leash, she was like a shot gone. So we wound up putting in we lived on a 3-acre property, so we put in a large electric fence. And she calmed down in a week. Once she understood the fence and could run, and what a difference.
Yeah, feral dogs first instinct is gonna be flight.
This one's like that too. When she was a puppy, she would stay right, when she was smaller, she'd stay right around us, but as she's gotten older and more curious, she won't stay around us now. She'll go wandering off into the woods. And we're concerned about her safety, and then she won't come back. She doesn't.
She'll end up on one of those wanted posters, the last posters.
She doesn't come. She won't come to us.
She will in the house.
Yeah, in the house, we'll play games and she'll come, but outside, she's completely distracted, and she hangs around when her sister comes over and they play crazy. They jump on each other, and you think they're gonna kill each other. And she'll hang around then, but without her sister there, she's just fine. I can take her out at dark without a leash, but in the daytime,
just so you know her, I think we talked about it in the forum, but two of our granddaughters come over all the time too. So she's not afraid of little kids. She's shy, but she's not afraid of them, but adults, she's definitely afraid of them.
could see them.
Oh, yes. She's like, who are you and what are you gonna do?
Right, exactly.
But she seems to get used to adults pretty quickly. Strange adults, don't you think?
When's the last time she saw a stranger?
Not like a daycare, we take her to New York Park and play to socialize a little bit. She fit in pretty well there with the adults.
I just figure it's easier on the dogs, 'cause it's usually young, a bunch of young women.
Just 30 more seconds, Becky. Then
Okay.
I'll have you switch with butts with Steve.
Okay.
So normally I wait for her to go down there. She's not gonna go down yet, maybe within 5 minutes. And then I wanna get on to some other stuff.
Right. A little practice. This is the easiest thing to practice.
It is. That's why it's surprising when some people give me a hard time about what we're doing. They're like, oh, I didn't practice that, you know, especially with a dog that has fear issues. It's really important.
Yeah.
Or it's either dogs with fear issues or dogs that have, like, are kind of hyper. It's also important to be able to teach them how to chill sometimes. It almost looks like she sees a prey something over there. She was like staring intently. I was expecting to see a bird in the window or something.
She probably saw one. I love the way, is it just a bag full of food you have hanging from the front door? The birds kept going in the bag?
Hanging on the front door. No, I have a bag full of, fruit bags.
Oh, was it hanging on the front door? There's a
Yeah,
plastic.
well, it's a plastic bag there, the birds keep flying in and out.
No, I didn't know that. I would hate for them to die in there. I'll have to do something about that.
They were even like trading off, you know, at some point there'd be two in and then one would pop out.
Yeah. There are some that live in, we have like a kind of a Halloween candle holder and there's a nest in there.
Yeah, I saw that.
They come back every year.
One of her favorite things is hanging up on the back of the couch and watching the birds get birdie.
But yeah, I didn't realize they were going where the plastic bags are. That would not be good. Okay, you can switch butts with Steve. I'll just make you do it for 5
That
minutes.
goes behind your back.
Right there. And right in the center of your butt.
Like that?
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing I should have mentioned, I usually hold the handle on the other side, because later on we bring this out to the parks and stuff, so she can get used to seeing people there too. So you don't want your dog to pull loose.
Are those all your dogs that were here?
No. 3 of them are mine, 3 of them are clients.
Oh, so you board dogs also?
No, I'm training, they come from for day training.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
One's here for board and training, and the other 2 are here for day training.
Yeah.
But that could be an option for us depending on how things.
Yeah, we don't, we've cut down on our boarding and daycare business quite a bit so that we can have some free time, because our training is kind of out of control right now.
Right. Lots of people got dogs during this time.
Which is nice, it's great.
Her sister is even more anxious than she is.
Yeah. I mean, she's not horrible, definitely seen worse, much worse. She just kind of, it's like, you know, I've had dogs that would have bitten me when I went close to put on the leash.
Yeah.
I try to hide it all up before I try to, you know, see what I think about the dog. She really didn't look that serious. Just a little freaked out.
She gets freaked out easily. We you have trouble getting her in the car. That's why that she hates the car, because she gets car sick,
Yeah.
she throws up. She hates going in the car.
They're a little better, might be outgrowing it.
The other weird thing,
Sometimes dogs actually have car sickness and they have medicine for that. I know, I can't remember which one of my clients does. One of my clients does has car sickness and she got some medicine to help that.
Yeah. Well, she's definitely improved somewhat, not so much, not quite as much drool,
Yeah,
but as long as we try to keep the trips really short, like
Yeah.
every year.
the other thing I'd recommend if we do take trips with her, make sure it's not always to the veterinarian or the groomers or somewhere she hates. Make sure some of them end up someplace fun.
the other weird thing is we've always had dogs, and one of my habits is I take the dogs for a walk in the morning.
Yeah.
We live out in the middle of the woods, and we have dirt roads and things, and she won't walk. We'll get her, if it's just me,
Yeah,
we'll walk, I don't know, 100 yards at the most, and then she starts crying to go home. If Vicky's with me,
yeah,
then we'll be able to walk.
yeah.
But if it's just me, she won't.
Oh, but she won't walk with just me either, it's gotta be both of us.
I have the opposite problem with one of my dogs was attacked when she was a puppy, so she gets nervous out there. And she's calmer with me alone, and she's more disturbed with me and my husband or me and my other dog. I don't know why that is. She could be either feeling like she has more responsibility because more of us are there.
Well, this one's partly proof that, just because they may look like a particular breed, they're not that breed at all. Because we got her around Thanksgiving,
She
and
looks like she could be all sorts of breeds.
she's everything from a Great Dane to a miniature Rottweiler, Chow Chow, Bichon Frise, a couple of kinds of terrier.
From the back, I almost see a Saint Bernard.
Yeah, there's all kinds of. And like at some point, some really big mutt must have gotten together with some really little mutt. And she got the short legs.
My favorite is Mexican street dog. That's one of the breeds she is.
So push her up, yeah. And you should maybe take the leash up just like an inch so she can't get in front of you. That's my test. If she can get in front of me or behind me, the leash is too long. Yeah, just push her up. So you guys might have to use my hour limit at first. At home though, she might go right down and go to sleep because that's a more comfortable place.
Right.
Yeah, I suspect that she'll do that
Yeah.
easily.
Just do it in like non-distractions now. She's listening to the other puppies. Okay, you can release her. So if she was down, I'd say, okay.
Good girl.
Hi, pretty girl. I know.
But now you don't seem so bad.
Yeah, I know. So you said you have bad knees, right?
Yeah, we're just limited these, yeah.
There are two ways I could teach you how to walk the dog. One involves treats where you wouldn't have to run that much, and one's long run where you do have to run a little bit.
She can't run.
Okay, there we go. That was easy.
You can run, but I can't. So.
Well, maybe we'll show it for Steve. We'll show you one way for you and one way for Steve, maybe. But in the meantime, I'm gonna show you how to start the